appreciate that. It has been a month of big headlines for Utah, all from water worries to political drama, and a piece of history also rolling into town. And joining us now is former Governor Gary Herbert. To put all of this in perspective, Governor, you always have your finger on the pulse. You see what's going on. You've seen it all from all angles. We're going to start first and foremost with the water cutbacks that are starting this early. I know we've had containing the water. The water schedule this year has been so different from anything we've experienced before in so many recent years. So Utahns should be still behind on the water conservation. Where are we with everything when it comes to the water?
Well, Lindsay has the cure for the problem. We just need more rain and more
We got
snow.
a little bit of coming. Yeah, it's good.
It's in April. We're mid-April and we're getting snow. So the seasons certainly have kind of shifted a little bit on us, I think. We've had drought before, and we've had to conserve water before. And so that's going to be a continuation. And we all have a role to play. I know there's a lot of discussion about what we need to save the Great Salt Lake, for example. Well, what we need to save the Great Salt Lake is more water. And unfortunately, there is no more water. We have a closed ecosystem. We move water from one place to the next place, and moving water really is the key. How can we move water to where we need it from where we have maybe an overabundance? The East Coast caught a lot more water this winter season than we did here in the Intermountain West. How we move that is the challenge, though. And there's a lot of different ideas, I think, out there. Conservation is probably the top of the list. Find ways for our agriculture. 80% of our water is used outdoors. So if we find more efficient ways and to conserve water, that leaves more water in the ditch to go down to where the Great Salt Lake and maybe down the Jordan River. There's talk about Utah Lake, strategic dredging, so we can maybe have a smaller area surface, eliminate or at least minimize evaporation. What doesn't get evaporated now goes down the Jordan River to Farmington Bay, which would again help put water into the Great Salt Lake. So we need to put all the good thinking we can around the table and decide what we're going to do going forward. But conservation, using less water, is certainly going to be our summer challenge this year.
We're all connected in this. Conservation is the key, and all boats will rise in the harbor if we do that, for sure. So thank you for that. Now, shifting gears a little bit, Prop 4 is now off of the ballot. So in your opinion, who won in Utah?
Nobody won on that one. I think it was unfortunate, maybe a lot of mistakes made along the way, blaming the courts as opposed to saying, maybe we just need to change the rule and do it the way that the Constitution allows for. I don't think that the debate's over yet. We end up having a commission designed to help us to stop gerrymandering, and yet we get the most gerrymandered district in the history of Utah ever. And so how do you change that and make it more fair? I expect the legislature has some options. They didn't appeal quick enough to get to the courts, and the proposition failed. But they could get together and have a legislative bill passed to put an amendment to the Constitution on the ballot this November. That's something that I think they're considering. They ought to consider it if they want to have the people speak and vote on the issue. The challenge they've got is, can they call themselves in a special session only if it's an emergency? Otherwise, Governor Cox is going to have to call them into a special session to discuss this issue and see if they want to vote. The majority vote will do it to put on the ballot this November a constitutional amendment to change redistricting back to only the responsibility of the legislature.
Gotcha. Yeah, the drawing of these district lines, the anti-gerrymandering, it's a hot issue for sure. Maybe comes back next year, but it seems like it will be an ongoing issue for sure. Thank you for that. Now shifting gears even again, a little bit different, but Big Boy is rolling back into Utah, which so many crowds are so excited about this. Why do you think this still draws such a big fan base?
Well, we all grew up, I think, wanting a train set, at least a lot of us men. We're fascinated by trains, and the Big Boy is just the largest train in the world. It's big. It was here when we celebrated the 150th anniversary of the joining of the transcontinental railroads at Promontory Summit, the driving the Golden Spike. So it's got a lot of historical connotation. We had it here then, had a chance to see it and ride on it. It's coming back again as it gets opportunity to celebrate the 250th anniversary of America. But it's part of history. And of course, joining the transcontinental railroads at Promontory Summit is really part of our history. We had a major part to play in that gathering together. And a really quite a remarkable feat. If you remember, it happened right during the middle of the Civil War, which goes to show you can multitask, you can do two big things at once. And that's what Abraham Lincoln proved, is that we're going to join the coast and we're going to fight a civil war, which he took care of on his watch also. So, again, a part of history, fascinating to look at those big trains rolling down the rails.
And it is a beast. It's huge. You mentioned the significance that Utah plays in Utah and America's history. What does this train say about Utah's roots?
Well, again, we are the crossroads of the West. I mean, if you look at the map, we are the bullseye. North, south, east, and west, we're right smack dab of the bullseye. And because of our international business, which we've expanded over the last 15, 20 years dramatically, we are now the crossroads of the world. So it fits with kind of what we do. We speak 130 languages. We welcome the world for the Olympics. We really are a very significant international spot where a lot of good things in this country have happened here in good old Utah.
Such an amazing place to grow up for me as a kid, and I feel like that secret has gotten out to the world, and everybody's coming. You're right, the crossroads of the world is awesome, and it's more to come for sure as we have the Olympics on the horizon and so many more things. Thank you for your analysis on all these current events.
You bet. Have a great day, you guys.
Thank you so much. Great to see you, Governor. And remember, you can watch ARC Salt Lake anytime on your phone, your tablet, or TV. Just check out the highlights from all of our newscasts on the ARC Salt Lake YouTube page. You can go to the QR code that's right there at the bottom of your screen right now.